It's my first full day in Mendoza, famous for its wine region, which actually started off for religious reasons. And I'm currently in Independence Park, heading towards the hop-on, hop-off city bus, which is going to take me around the city, mainly because my legs are a little bit tired after doing a 5k run this morning. But this is beautiful, and the city buses are over here. So the tickets are 43,000 Argentinian pesos. They last for 24 hours, and the plan was to go get a ticket, do an afternoon of going around, and then tomorrow morning do another. But unfortunately, the drivers are all on lunch, and it's just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're not back till 2 o'clock. So I have an hour to go around. So let's go somewhere that I really want to go and see. And I'm nearly there. So Mendoza was founded in 1561 by Spanish settlers led by Pedro de Castello, and they weren't actually the first people here. There were the indigenous people, the Warpay people, and when they got here, the Spanish realized that the Warpay people had actually started doing irrigation on the land, because this was all desert, bringing melted snow from the mountains via canals into this area. And then the Spanish went, we can make it bigger. So throughout Mendoza region, as you saw in San Rafael, you have canals all the way around the cities and the towns of the region. But Mendoza goes one better. Look at the size of that. That is a man-made irrigation canal going through all the centre of the city, just bringing water to the land for the trees, the grass and the people. That's crazy how big it is. Now the water itself gets turned on, turned off at certain times of the day, so later on all these ones will be full of water and that one will probably be turned off. But I saw this when I came from the bus station just over there, and I've not seen it turned off yet. Right, now I've seen this and I've taken a few photographs, it's time to go back to the bus station to get the city bus. Because Mendoza is a dry region anyway, because of the desert, it relies on this melting snow coming from the Andes, coming down. But there have been years when there have been droughts, no water. So basically they control the water then, making sure that it's not wasted. But with climate change and get less snow in the mountains, there could be in the future more droughts. Right, I am walking a bit faster because I took longer at the canal than I thought I would. So if you've got a desert area with irrigation canals all over, why wine? Why have wine here? Religion. So obviously with the Spanish coming here, they would have had the missionaries coming along to keep up the tradition of the religion going on, trying to convert the indigenous people. And obviously when they needed to do mass, they needed wine. So majority of the wine would have come from Spain, but it was slow to get here. and expensive. So they decided to try and grow some wine, some grapes. Can't grow wine. And they found the land was actually quite acceptable. Now the first wines that they did were very rough, not exactly the best. Think supermarket wine at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's about the same level. But over the years the wine started getting better, and then they realized not just for religion but they could sell it, and the region got bigger and the wines got a lot better. So this is the Malbec capital of the world, and I still yet to taste some. I'm nearly there. I'm sweating. I mean, I did a 5-kilometer run this morning. Think of my poor legs. Oh no, I'm late. I missed it by about 2 minutes. So the next bus is at 2:30. I mean, there's plenty of them there. But I've got my ticket, I've got my headphones ready for the English translation of the history and the sights of Mendoza. It actually cost 43,100 Argentinian pesos. So I've got 20 minutes now to chill and wait for one of these buses to go, which means in effect that tomorrow I've got longer to go around. So I have also looked at wine tours. Can't afford them, and that's what most people come to Mendoza for. I also looked at hiring a bike and then doing a do-it-yourself wine tour, but the nearest one to here is about a vineyard 20 kilometers away. So basically biking there and biking back 40 kilometers is not my idea of fun. So you don't have to do wine tours to come to Mendoza. You can see other fun stuff. Plus I've done one already in Australia, so I've seen grapes being picked before. Right, I'm now on the bus. It's just started, complete with Argentinian music in the background. I've got my headphones in. I am going to get my money's worth. Let's go to the first stop. I'm now at my first stop, and this is where originally Mendoza originally started, way back in the 1500s when the Spanish founded the city. But in 1861, a massive earthquake basically destroyed most of it. And this is the remains of the Church of San Francisco. What's left after the earthquake hit the city. Just gonna have a look around. There you go, ruins. So the earthquake happened on the 20th of March 1861. It's estimated it was around magnitude of 7.5, and it struck at midnight when people were all asleep. They reckon between 4,000 and 5,000 people were killed, which was a massive dent in the population. So most of the buildings around here would have been made of mud bricks. So when the earthquake hit, it didn't damage Mendoza, it completely destroyed it. So what they did then was they rebuilt the city further south, where the hostel is, I guess. They made the streets wider to make it more earthquake proof. They made more plazas for people to go to if another earthquake hit, and tried to make it more earthquake proof. Now the girl out down there seems to be siphoning mud into a container. So I've just asked her through Google Translate if she was looking for gold, and she laughed and went, no. I went, oh, okay. But didn't give an explanation of what she was doing. So the buses are every 30 minutes, so I've still got a bit of time to go. Across the road, as I walk out, is a park which looks quite nice. And this is it. This is Plaza Pedro del Castillo, the founder of Mendoza. And I'm guessing that is a statue to the man himself, complete with sword. God, he looks miserable. Oh, and this is a quite wide park, very empty. And usually you get a big statue in the middle, but there's nothing there. Right, I'm going to go to the bus stop because I do not want to miss the next bus. And that's me back in Independence Square for some reason. Not the best. It missed out on a few spots, and the ones one of the ones I want to get off at, just drove straight past it. And then all of a sudden we were in a shopping district somewhere further on that way. I mean, I took some videos from the top of the bus, you can see here.
Actualmente la forma central es circular, hecha por sobre la base de distintos niveles, lo que genera...
It was all very interesting. And then the audio, I'm keeping these for tomorrow, get my money's worth. It repeated a lot, I mean a lot. So it described something and then repeated about 2 or 3 times. And then a lot of it was in Spanish, even though I went, it's in Spanish. And there's a lot of Argentinian rock music. But I am doing it again tomorrow because it takes you through to a park, which I do need a couple of hours to go and see. It's now 5 o'clock and I'm starving. Oh, there is the Mendoza sign again. So, would I recommend the city bus for Mendoza? No, to be honest. It's not the best hop-on, hop-off bus I've experienced in any of the cities I've been to. But then again, the Spanish version may be better. And I think I've seen more of the Independence Park than anywhere else in Mendoza so far, apart from the hostel. But at least this time you've got both fountains on. That one in front of me is a bit better. So I guess with Mendoza, most of the things you need to see is on the outside, with the wineries, the mountains, and it all cost money. And there were 3 people that arrived in the hostel yesterday, roughly about the same time as me, and they all left today. One of them was telling me that he was on his way to Buenos Aires. He knew this place would be expensive. He just wanted to see the centre and then go. So at least I'm staying. That is beautiful. And part of the tour took you through the massive park, and there is a separate bus that takes you up even higher, which is all part of the price. And I'm using this ticket again tomorrow even though I've got to endure the first hour of going around all the sites again. But seeing as I am hungry, I'm going to head back to the hostel. And yesterday in the last video I did say that the hostel I was thinking about leaving. I really enjoy it. For £6.50 a night, the breakfast this morning was big, really good. The social areas was very sociable, lots of people chatting. The beds, I had a really good night's sleep, and the Wi-Fi is amazing. £6.50 a night, the windmill recommended. It's not really that busy, is it? But that is a quick glimpse of Mendoza during the day. My first full day. Stuck in a bus for most of it, or waiting for a bus as well. But if you've enjoyed it, then all you got to do is press that like button. If you want to see the greenery of Mendoza, then all you got to do is press that subscribe button. But until the next time, I'm off to do some cooking. Bye bye for now.